Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Government declares another municipality in Bukidnon as insurgency-free. Kings receive remains of former NPA rebel after a decade in North Cotabato. SRP for imported rice to be set at 49 pesos per kilogram. DOTR orders LTO to issue new plates within 3 days.
Good day everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Ibilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Today is Thursday, February 27, and this is AFP Community News, your source of the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. In behalf of Rob Suzon, this is Jhai Simbajon here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Government declared another municipality in Bukidnon as insurgency-free during the ceremonial proclamation of stable internal peace and security recently. Don Carlos received the said declaration through Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 001-2025. Brigadier General Marion Angcal, commander of the 1003rd Brigade, lauded the collaborative efforts of the 10th Infantry Aguila Division, local government unit, Philippine National Police, and Department of the Interior and local government in securing this milestone. The ceremony concluded with a symbolic release of doves and balloons, signifying the municipality's dedication to long-term peace and stability. This achievement follows similar declarations in San Fernando, Kadingilan, Damulog, Dangkagan, and Kibawe.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the remains of a former New People's Army rebel were finally brought home to Barangay Kawatanon, Makilala, North Cotabato, ending nearly a decade of uncertainty for his family. Eliazar Heraldez Bulay-Bulay, also known as alias Don Don, who was among 8 NPA members who died of hunger in Macunacon, Isabela in 2022, was abandoned by his comrades amid intensified military operations by the 5th Infantry Division. Through the coordinated efforts of the Philippine Air Force, local governments of Isabela, Macunacon, and Makilala, as well as other agencies, his remains were transported via C-130 aircraft from Manila to Davao City. Meanwhile, the 5th Infantry Division has opened its doors to assist the families of other deceased NPA members whose remains are still unclaimed and temporarily kept in Macunacon, Isabela.
DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear more updates from Ferdy about Philippine Air Force receives a valuable equipment donation from Shed Sports Commissioner. Ferdy?
Good day everyone. Lieutenant Colonel Rustico Camangyan, Philippine Air Force Reserve CHED Sports Commissioner for Volleyball and Beach Volleyball, paid a courtesy call on Philippine Air Force Acting Commanding General Major General Aristotle Gonzalez, Philippine Air Force yesterday. During the visit at Villamor Air Base, Lieutenant Colonel Camangyan formalized his donation of valuable equipment to support Philippine Air Force's sports and fitness programs. The initiative strengthens partnerships between Philippine Air Force and its reservists. It promotes athletic development and boosting morale among personnel. This is Ferdy Blues reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ferdy.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And troops from the 3rd Infantry Battalion uncovered an abandoned rebel encampment in Barangay Barayong, Motyong, Samar. The site, capable of housing 9 individuals, was linked to previous encounters with the 87th Infantry Battalion in Barangay Santo Niño, Paranas, Samar, where 2 rebels were killed and firearms were seized. Recovered materials included personal belongings, food supplies, and subversive documents. In separated encounter, 87th IB clashed with 5 communist terrorists in Barangay Hagbay, San Jose de Buan, Samar. The brief firefight led to the recovery of an M16A1 rifle, ammunition, a rifle grenade, and other military gear. Relatedly, the Philippine Army vowed to sustain pressure on the rebels.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And residents and officials of Barangay Tagumpay, Pola Oriental, Mindoro have refuted claims by Karapatan, Southern Tagalog that the community suffers from hunger, economic collapse, and military abuses. Barangay Captain Jeronimo F. Perez Sr. dismissed allegations of harassment, curfews, and class suspensions. On February 24, around 25 individuals from Karapatan ST arrived in 2 vans claiming to conduct a fact-finding mission without permission from local authorities. Despite being asked to leave, they attempted house-to-house interviews, causing alarm among residents. Moreover, 1st Exemplars Company, 2nd Civil Military Operations Battalion urged Mendoreños to remain vigilant against misinformation and unverified visitors conducting unauthorized surveys.
DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio.
From Palawan, more updates from Junes about Sampa sa West Philippine Sea. Rappelling challenge commences in Puerto Princesa City. Junes?
Yesterday, February 26, 2025, the Tactical Operations Wing West Philippine Air Force or TAW West PAF formally launched the 3-day Sampa sa West Philippine Sea Rappelling Challenge at Robinson's Mall, Puerto Princesa City. The event, which will run until February 28, 2025, is part of the 52nd anniversary celebration of TAW West PAF. The activity has seen active participation from various units of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, including the Philippine Air Force, Philippine Army, and Philippine Navy, as well as reservists. The Bureau of Fire Protection Puerto Princesa City and BFP Palawan, along with the city and provincial police, also joined in the launch alongside other government agencies. One of the main attractions of the event is the rappelling challenge, open to all who wish to take part. Prizes are offered for participants who successfully complete the challenge, adding an extra incentive for those eager to test their skills. This exciting event highlights the collaboration between various agencies and aims to promote camaraderie and physical fitness while celebrating the milestone of TAW West PAF. And that's the latest update. This is Private Pelayo reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Junes.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the Armed Forces of the Philippines debunked false reports claiming the disapproval of the 350 pesos daily subsistence allowance increase for military personnel. The AFP confirmed that the increase is already included in the approved 2025 General Appropriations Act. It ensured continued government support for soldiers' welfare. Relatedly, the AFP urged the public to be vigilant against misinformation and to rely on official sources for accurate updates.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For our national news,
DWDD National News.
the Department of Agriculture will set a 49 peso per kilogram maximum suggested retail price for imported rice starting March 1. According to the DA, the imposition of an MSRP is the agency's non-coercive measure to lower rice prices. This also coincides with the decline of rice prices in the world market. The MSRP for imported rice was initially at 58 pesos per kilo when it was first introduced.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear a reporter on the ground about Armed Forces of the Philippine Corps of Engineers marks 88th anniversary, honors excellence, and go on for the details, Mike.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines Corps of Engineers celebrated its 88th anniversary at the Heroes Hall, Camp Maguinaldo, Quezon City yesterday, highlighted its legacy of service and innovation. AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo S. Browner Jr. led the event, commanding AFP COC's contributions to military engineering, infrastructure, and disaster response. He also awarded outstanding personnel for their dedication and professionalism. General Browner emphasized unity and resilience, and urged them to continue their efforts to build a stronger and more capable AFP. This is Mike reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mike.
DWDD National News.
And Transportation Secretary Vince Dizon challenged the LTO to release plates for newly registered vehicles within 3 working days. Dizon said that this is both for motorcycles and 4-wheeled vehicles. The DOTR chief also pressed the LTO to resolve its massive backlog of more than 9 million unissued motorcycle plates dating back to 2014. The Commission on Audit earlier attributed the backlog to insufficient funding, procurement delays, and logistical lapses, noting that many registrants have already paid for their plates but were still waiting years later.
DWDD National News.
And the Commission on Elections have warned senatorial candidates and party list groups who registered their social media campaign platforms but failed to fully comply with the requirements. The candidates have only until March 7 to submit their deficiencies or risk having their online campaign websites being taken down. Comelec spokesperson John Rex Lodenko said that of more than 18,000 who filed their certificates of candidacy for the upcoming midterm elections, 13,000 applied to register their social media platforms for election campaign purposes. In particular, the Commission served notices to 3 senatorial candidates and 12 party list organizations to complete on or before the March 7 deadline for deficient applications.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
From Northern Luzon Command, let us hear some information from Joanne about NOLCOM strengthens operational cooperation across AFP units for a secured and stable nation. Joanne?
The commander of the Northern Luzon Command Armed Forces of the Philippines, Lieutenant General Fernil G. Buca, Philippine Air Force, visited the 6th Infantry Campilan Division, Philippine Army at Camp Shongko Awang, Datu Udin, Sinsuat, Maguindanao, the 1st Infantry Tabak Division, and the Tactical Operations Group 9 in Camp Major Cesar L. Sangan in Barangay Pulacan, Labangan, Zamboanga del Sur. During the visit, Lieutenant General Buca received a briefing on the Army Division's security operations and security concerns, and he conducted talks with the troops. He underscored emphasizing professionalism, unity, discipline, collaboration, and mission readiness, highlighting the values of matapang, masipag, magalang, at responsable in safeguarding national security. He also shared insights on territorial defense operations in NOLCOM's joint operational area, enhancing the troops' understanding of strategic defense and interoperability. Lieutenant General Buca commended the Tabak and Campilan troopers and TOG-9 personnel for their commitment to maintaining peace and stability in this part of the country. This is John Sagao reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne.
DWDD National News.
And the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, or PhilHealth, remains financially sound and fully capable of fulfilling its mandate. Government Corporate Counsel Solomon Hermosora said PhilHealth's council made a statement as he allied concerns over the agency's financial reports. He said that the reported 1.150 trillion pesos in PhilHealth liabilities is not an actual debt but a provision for future obligations based on actuarials estimates. Hermosora also noted that since PhilHealth has no current claims under these provisions, these figures do not indicate financial distress.
DWDD National News.
And the Philippine National Police Chief General Romel Francisco Marbil said that an emergency meeting of senior police officials at Camp Crame on Tuesday has necessitated the use of the EDSA busway by a police convoy. Marbil explained that the presence of high-ranking police officers were required due to the closed-door meeting and something happened during the operation. He did not specify if he was the officer in the lead vehicle. The PNP chief also reminded their personnel that DOTR officers are simply doing their job and they must respect that.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And And another update from Zunes about Peace Palawan Council holds meeting to discuss key issues and election of new officers. Zunes?
The Peace Palawan Council convened for a productive meeting on Tuesday, February 25, 2025, led by Kagawad Jerwin Castigador. A key part of the meeting was the review of the Peace Palawan orientation paper, which included a presentation of an audio-visual program and PowerPoint slides. During this session, 2 representatives were identified to fill seats in the council, and preparations were made for the upcoming election of new officers. At noon, the meeting took a break for a working lunch before resuming with discussions on the 2-year programming for Peace Palawan. Focusing on future plans and initiatives, the formation of the new Peace Palawan Council was also discussed, and elections were held for new officers to lead the council moving forward. In the afternoon, the group commander of 6 Civil Relations Group presented the West Philippine Sea Information Campaign, providing valuable insights into ongoing efforts and initiatives. The meeting concluded with a brief session for other matters, followed by a photo opportunity to commemorate the successful event. This gathering marks another step towards strengthening the Peace Palawan Council initiatives and fostering collaboration among its members. And that's the latest update. This is Private Pelayo reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jules.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Foreign Affairs and the Philippine National Police warned the public against a fake PNP website that supposedly processes police clearance. The fake website targets overseas Filipino workers or OFWs. The Philippine Embassy in Lebanon said the fake websites are trying to trick users to get their data and personal information. The Philippine Embassy in Phnom Penh also cautioned the Filipino in Cambodia on the fraudulent, unauthorized website claiming to process applications for PNP clearance. Meanwhile, the Philippine Embassy in Saudi Arabia said users of the alleged fraudulent PNP clearance website are at risk of compromising their privacy and data security.
DWDD National News.
And the Matis City Government in Davao Oriental has declared a diarrhea outbreak in Sitio Magong Barangay Macambol. The City Epidemiology Surveillance and Response Unit has recorded 45 cases of acute watery diarrhea in the area as of February 25. Health officials suspect that contaminated water was the primary source of the illness. Based on initial investigation, recent modifications to the local water distribution system may have introduced pollutants.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And let us hear more from Meljoy of 1st Civil Relations Group about Marine Battalion Landing Team 10 participate in CISA 30th founding anniversary. Meljoy?
Yes, good afternoon. In celebration of Cagayan Economic Zone Authority's 30th founding anniversary, the conduct of medical, dental, and optical mission, along with a free haircut activity, was held at the Municipal Gymnasium in Barangay Centro, Santa Ana, Cagayan. Initiated by Secretary Katrina Ponce Enrile, Administrator and CEO of CESA, the event brought together the Marine Battalion Landing Team 10, Philippine National Police, Bureau of Fire and Protection, Philippine Army personnel, private health sectors, and the local government unit of Santa Ana. The mission provided free health services, including medical consultations, dental care, optical exams, and haircuts to local residents. The collaborative effort highlighted the spirit of unity and public service, benefiting the community and fostering goodwill among various sectors. This is Meljoy Nesho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy.
DWDD National News.
And on the other line, let us hear more from Beth about the Army Artillery Commanders gear up for literal live fire exercise. Beth?
Army Artillery Battalion commanders under Joint Task Force Central convened at Camp Siongco, Awang, Maguindanao del Norte to discuss final preparation for upcoming littoral live fire exercise. Following the meeting, the commanders proceeded to Datu Blas Singswat, Maguindanao del Norte to conduct an on-site inspection of the proposed training area. The visit aimed to ensure that all logistic and operational equipment are met for the successful execution of the exercise, which is designed to enhance an artillery coastal defense capabilities. This is Bethanyete reporting for the AFP Community News, one AFP for the stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Tanyete.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Social Welfare and Development would launch on Friday the Walang Gutom Kusinero Cook-Off Challenge in Surigao del Norte. The competition aims to promote nutrition and healthy eating habits among recipients of the Walang Gutom program. Under Secretary Eduardo Punay said that beneficiaries attend nutrition education sessions to help them purchase and cook nutritious meals for their families. Participants were given 1 hour to prepare a meal representing their region, including a mystery ingredient that made the dish unique.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Interior and Local Government linked the recent kidnapping of a student from an elite school in Taguig City to a syndicate composed of former Philippine offshore gaming operator employees and ex-security personnel. Interior Secretary Junvic Remulla said the case underscores the security risk posed by Pogo-related criminal networks. Remulla added that these groups have continued to operate within the country. Evidence, including cell phone data, pointed to a crime group composed of former Pogo operators and AWOL military and police personnel.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
More updates from GEO about 6th Infantry Division assist in hunt for engineers killers in Cotabato City. GEO?
Yes, Jhai, the 6th Infantry Division is assisting the Police Regional Office Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in tracking down the suspects behind the fatal ambush of a university professor in Cotabato City. Engineer Israel Abbas Angas, a civil engineer and professor at Notre Dame University, was gunned down by 2 motorcycle-riding assailants in Barangay Rosary Heights 3. Security footage has provided a clear image of one of the attackers, and authorities have identified persons of interest in the case. Intelligence personnel from the 5th Marine Battalion and the 6th Infantry Division are working closely with law enforcement to track and apprehend the perpetrators as part of their ongoing efforts to secure Cotabato City's 37 barangays. This is Gio reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gio. More updates from Richmond about Philippines and Malaysia strengthen defense ties in ASEAN meeting. Richmond?
Department of National Defense Secretary Gilberto C. Teodoro Jr. met with Malaysian Defense Minister Mohammed Khalid Nordin at the ASEAN Defense Minister meeting retreat yesterday to discuss key defense issues and security cooperation. The Secretary expressed Philippine support for Malaysia's ASEAN leadership and gratitude for Malaysian assistance during recent typhoons. Both officials reaffirmed commitments to maritime security, counterterrorism, and cybersecurity cooperation. Despite territorial disputes, Secretary Teodoro emphasized diplomatic engagement and the need for stronger ASEAN unity to maintain regional security and stability. This is Mon, reporting for AP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Richmond. And for our final news, a total of 108 foreign workers arrested from illegally operating Philippine offshore gaming operators were deported last Tuesday. Bureau of Immigration Commissioner Joel Anthony Viado said that a total of 226 individuals has now been sent back to their home countries. Viado said the recent deportees include 98 Chinese and 10 Vietnamese. With this, the BI chief emphasized that the Philippines will not be a safe haven for illegal activities and the agency will continue to enforce immigration laws and uphold national security.
DWDD National National News.
And that concludes today's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, especially to our audience on our AFP Radio DWDD's Facebook page. Be sure to join and catch us again tomorrow for more stories and updates, same time, same station. Again, now, this is Jhai, Simbajon for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.